Okay, so I think we will start today laying down on our backs. So if you come to your yoga mat or whatever it is that you're using today, so bringing the feet to mat distance and just rolling yourself down onto your mat, making yourselves nice and comfortable. And just take a few moments of complete stillness here. So try not to move at all and scan through your body and just check to see if there's anywhere that could be any more comfortable. So maybe you want to pick up your hips and just lengthen your low back. Maybe you want to pick up your upper back and just lengthen here. Maybe just tucking the chin just to lengthen through the back of the neck will feel really good. And palms facing up so that your shoulders can open onto the floor. Taking another scan through your body. And if you feel like your back is still not comfortable, maybe try and bringing your feet to the distance of the mat with your knees bent and rolling your knees in towards one another, just to release your low back. So just seeing how you can make yourselves feel as comfortable as possible. So just bringing your awareness just down into your feet now. So just feeling any sensations, maybe some tingling, maybe they're cold. Just think of whatever sensation you can feel in your feet and just really bring your awareness there. See if you can walk your awareness from your right little toe through each of your toes individually. So the big toe and then jumping to the left big toe and making your way through each of your toes with your mind. Bringing your awareness down to your heels, just feeling the weight of your feet on the ground, just letting them feel really heavy. So bringing your awareness up your legs, just relaxing the muscles in the ankles and the calves, relaxing the backs of the knees and the thighs. Arriving into the hips now, so just feeling the weight of your hips on the ground, just letting them really feel heavy, grounding into the earth, just sinking into your yoga mat. And just bringing your awareness around the bones in your hip joints and around your pelvis, just looking for anywhere that could just relax a little bit more. You're going to travel with your awareness up your spine now, so coming all the way up the spine, relaxing anywhere, wiggling anywhere that needs to wiggle as well, all the way up to the shoulders. Another point of your body that you'll feel on the ground. Just letting your shoulders feel really nice and heavy. Scanning down the arms and into the fingers, just letting the fingers curl into your palms. Being aware of any like fiddling that you're doing with your hands, just really try and just allow your hands to just relax. Coming back into that central point and traveling now up the neck. Bringing your awareness to the back of your head on the ground. So letting your neck feel light and weightless. You let the back of the head just drop into the ground. And traveling from that weighted point of your head heavy on the floor, just traveling up and into your head. So just allowing that void behind the eyes and between the contact of the floor, just let it feel vast and empty. Just feeling like the whole universe is residing inside your head right now. Bringing the awareness through now and into the muscles of the face, so relaxing the forehead, relaxing the eyebrows, melting round to the sides of the eyes, and we're relaxing the sides of the eyes, relaxing the cheeks, relaxing the jaw, just allowing your tongue to feel heavy on the bottom of your mouth, really relaxed here. So without changing it, so we're just going to start to move into your breath. So just observing your breath first. So this takes a lot of concentration to just observe without trying to control. So just watching your breath as it moves in and out, being aware of how long your breaths are or how short they are, being aware of where your breath wants to move naturally into your body, feeling the air as it moves in and out through your nose. So during this class, try to inhale and exhale through the nose as much as you can. Let's each inhale, just deepen into the breath. So feeling the breath coming from your nostrils all the way to the back of the nose. And just feel, if you can feel the breath, imagine it's traveling down your spine. Breathing into your belly. Letting your belly fill up like a balloon, feeling the air traveling from the stomach right up into the ribs and then finally into the chest. Pausing and then exhaling really nice and slowly and smoothly. So it's worth mentioning that the inhale is actually quite passive. I find a lot of the time when people are first learning to master their breath, like the inhale, we're kind of heaving the breath in and trying to fill our bodies as much as we can. You really don't need to try, you just need to allow. So just allowing the breath into your body is completely passive. The inhale is the pressure of the outside coming into your body. The exhale is what we can control. So the exhale, using your diaphragm to really slowly exhale. As you start to push the air out, really start to engage your pelvic floor. So as your diaphragm moves up, the pelvic floor will also move up, and you'll start to feel your core engage. So really, really massaging the organs and warming up the core with these breaths. Each inhale coming deeper, each exhale finding more control. Let's take 5 inhales and exhales in your own time now. So maintaining this relaxation through your body, so keeping scanning through the body as you're inhaling and exhaling. Being aware of your thoughts, bringing your thoughts back to your breath if your mind begins to wander. Thinking of the quality of your breath, the quantity of your breath. As I say, trying to work to your own breathing. Once you've reached the 5th exhale, just drawing your knees into your chest, but make sure that you're staying true to your own body's rhythm and you come to the knees to the chest when you're ready to. So it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. Be true to your own natural rhythm, guys. When you eventually do get your knees, feel free to experiment with some movements, see what your body needs. Maybe a rock from side to side, or a circle with both the knees to release the lower back. Maybe circling the hips, taking the knees in opposite directions is what you need. Maybe just gently rocking forward and back on the spine is what you need. Maybe just hugging your knees in and observing some stillness here is what you need. So just take a few moments just to feel your bodies. Just work mindfully with what you actually need this morning. Okay. So we're going to start with a stretch for the hips and the glutes. So keep hold of the right knee as you lengthen the left leg out on the mat. All 10 toes pulled up towards the ceiling. So that left leg is really nice and engaged as you use your arm strength to pull that knee in. So just double check where your grip is. If you found your grip is somewhere on your shin, just slide your hand up your leg to your knee and notice how that stretch changes. So you should be feeling a nice compression in the hip flexor at the front of the hip. Maybe a really nice stretch through the glutes, which are the muscles in the butt for the information. So we're going to point all the toes now and just notice how that changes the muscles in the legs and which muscles are engaged. Pressing your low back into the ground using an exhale, we're just going to lift the left foot up, just to hover a few inches. So really pressing the low back into the ground, squeezing the pelvic floor and just feeling your core engaging here. So that might be enough for you this morning, really working with yourself and being mindful here. If you do want a little bit more, then as you exhale, you can lift your head and shoulders up towards your knee. So making sure that you have a fist-shaped gap between your chin and your chest. You're not squashing the front of your neck and staying nice and long through the back of the neck. You're just allowing that space between the chin and the chest. Maybe you want a little bit more. You might want to release your hands and reach for your feet. So as you inhale, see if you can bring that right knee in closer. As you exhale, really ground into the ground with the low back and lift a bit higher. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, the knee comes closer. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Inhale, knee comes closer. Exhale, lift. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab hold of the right knee, rest everything back down. Bring the right arm out in line with your shoulder. Bringing the left hand onto the knee. So we're just going to roll the knee across your body to come into a twist. So bringing the knee over to the left, you can tuck the toe behind the right leg and just half twisting here. Keeping both shoulders grounded. So really actively pressing the right shoulder down. You might need to lift your shoulders and your hips up and just replace them if you feel like you can be any more comfortable here. And bringing your awareness to your tummy, feeling your breath coming in and using your core to really squeeze the air out. So one more breath here. Next exhale, just rolling back into center. Bend the left knee, and we're just going to pop the right ankle onto the left knee just to come into a hip stretch here. So this might be enough for you just with the ankle on the knee, depending on how your hips are feeling this morning. As long as you're feeling a stretch, it really doesn't matter how it looks. It's about how it feels. So if you want a little bit more, maybe bringing the left knee in towards you. So you can reach through the gap, grab behind your knee or in front of your shin, like we did to the right leg, and just gently pulling the knee in towards you. So you should be feeling a good stretch in the outside of the right hip. Just be aware of your jaw and the muscles of your face, your shoulders and the back of your neck. So try not to scrunch up here. Try and maintain a nice relaxed upper body. And if you do want a bit more from this stretch, you can push your tailbone down. So remembering you're always in control of these stretches. If anything feels too uncomfortable, you can just come out of the stretch. So make sure that you're working to your body and how your body feels this morning. Just one more inhale and exhale. So release the grip on the knee, bringing the right leg down to the floor, heel comes down and pulling the left knee in. So we're doing the same stretches on the other side now. So all 10 toes flexed up towards the ceiling. So the right leg is really nice and engaged, really feeling both sides of your body equally pressing down to the mat. And again, shoulders melting down towards the mat. Try not to let them roll up and squeeze them down so they're in contact with your yoga mat. Just enjoying this stretch. So next exhale, pointing all your toes and lifting the right foot up. So really pointing the toes for the side of the room to engage all the muscles in the leg, really squeezing your low back into the ground here. So really starting to engage the core. As I say, this might feel like this is enough for you. So if that feels enough, stay where you are. Otherwise, take a big breath in and use your exhale just to lift your head and shoulders up. So belly button to your spine, really grounding the low back into the floor. Just bring your fist to your chin. Make sure you have that fist-shaped gap between your chin and your chest, just to make sure the back of the neck is nice and long. We can lift with our chin sometimes and end up like squashing everything down, which is not what we really want here. So if you want a little bit more, maybe releasing the hands from the knee, reaching for the right foot. So really grounding through your core. Inhale, bring the knee closer. Exhale, lift a bit higher. So you can do this holding onto the knee if you want. Inhale, bring the knee closer. Exhale, lift. One more breath here. Inhale, lift and squeeze. Exhale, lift and release. So bring everything down to the ground. Relax your body. Bring your left arm down out in line with the left shoulder. right hand to the left knee and drawing that knee across your body to come into a twist. So you can tuck the right toes behind the left leg and just squeezing your left shoulder down to the ground. As I say, you might want to pick your shoulders up and replace them, or pick your hips up and replace them. This is supposed to feel relaxing. So wherever you are, just make sure that you're feeling nice and relaxed. Take a big breath in. Next exhale is going to find you coming back to center. So bending the right knee and placing the left ankle onto the right knee. We're going to take this stretch again. So just being aware of the two sides of your body. So one side might be tighter, but probably will be tighter than the other. So for me, the left side is tightest, so I'm very mindful with my movements on my left side. So very gently and very slowly, just starting to draw the right knee in towards you if it feels good. So holding on either behind the thigh or in front of the shin, and just using your arm strength just to gently pull down. You can bring your hand, your left hand up onto your left knee just to ease that knee out. So you want it kind of not rolling in on you. You'll get a better stretch third round six, please. And just relaxing there. So again, checking in with the shoulders, the jaw, the forehead. Make sure everything is as relaxed as it can be, and bringing your awareness to where you feel the stretch, and just imagining the tension melting away from the joints with every exhale. Let's take one or two more breaths here. Trying to get the same amount of stretch on both sides. And release. So bringing both knees together, bring your hands onto your knees. Just going to draw some circles in each direction. So loosening out the muscles in the low back. Nice little massage from the floor. Well, it would be a nice massage. The zipper on the back of my leggings is sticking into me. Let's go the opposite way with these circles. Okay. So your next inhale is going to be a full body stretch. So for a full body stretch, bring your heels down to your mat. Inhale and reach your fingers away from your toes. So big stretch. Let your shoulders come up by your ears, let your spine peel up off the mat. And exhale to hug your knees into your chest. So two more of these. Inhale, big stretch. And exhale to hug the knees in. One more time, big stretch. Inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to roll through the spine and come to a seat. So lifting your arms up and over. Head and shoulders will come up. If you need to use your elbows, just popping your elbows down to help you to lift all the way up. So sit in with your spine really nice, your spine really nice and straight. Bend your knees and exhale, come into a forward fold. So think of folding your tummy and then your chest along your legs. So bend your knees enough that you can get your torso onto your thighs. And from here, you can just gently pedal into the backs of the legs. So gently pressing one knee down and then the other. So we don't want to shock our bodies when we start to stretch. So basically, if we go too far into a stretch, subconsciously our brain thinks it knows better than us, and it will prevent us from getting any more stretch out of our muscles because it thinks we're going to injure ourselves. So very gently and slowly is the way to go with your muscles. Your next inhale is come all the way up to a seat. So reaching long through the spine, and exhale, C-shaped spine. Imagine someone's pulling you back from your belly button and rolling back down how we came up. So vertebrae by vertebrae. You can bring your elbows down if you need to. When we get to the bottom, we're going to take a full body stretch. Inhale. And exhale. Rolling back up. So really, really activating the core here. Really mobilizing the spine. Sitting up nice and tall. Bending the knees as much as you need to. And forward fold. So we're just going to rock this breath to movement. So as you inhale, reaching up, as you exhale, use the whole of the exhale to roll down. The inhale is going to be your full body stretch. And your exhale is going to be rolling back up. Inhale, lift, and exhale, fold. So maybe every time we're folding forwards, we're coming a little bit deeper. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, roll down. Maybe every time we're rolling down, our core is more active, so we don't need to use our elbows. Otherwise, elbows down, you're still using your core. Inhale, stretch, and exhale, back up. Inhale, reach, exhale, fold. So 2 more of these, and a little bit of silence. I'll shut up for a moment. Amazing stuff. So your next forward fold, we're just going to hold for a couple of breaths. So again, if your hamstrings are really tight, bend your knees enough that you can feel the stretch in your back, and your back can release down, just pedaling into the legs. So focusing on your breath, focusing on where you feel the stretch, and reminding your body that you're in control. So just tell yourself that you're in control. It sounds weird, but it really kind of works. Okay, let's find a halfway lift in this forward fold. So lifting your body up and straightening your spine, lengthening. And exhale, just folding again and maybe coming a little bit deeper. Inhale, come all the way up and finding a nice comfortable seat. So you can sit with your legs in a normal cross. You can sit in an easy seat, which is with one leg in front of the other. You can take half lotus. If you're feeling really yogi serious, you can take a full lotus. Whatever feels good, as long as you can sit with a straight spine for the next few moments. So just popping your eyes closed. Imagine that the hips are sinking down into the ground as your spine is lengthening up. So you're grounded and your spine is really nice and long. So take an inhale, lengthen your spine a bit more. And exhale, just dropping the right ear to the right shoulder and just releasing the neck there. So actively pulling your shoulders down. You can reach the left arm out if you want to. Tense the fingers up towards the floor and you'll feel that stretch increase. Maybe that's enough for you with the arm in, but just experiment with what feels good in your body today. So maybe you'll want to nod your head gently backwards and forward. Maybe if the arm is extended, you want to move it forward and back and up and down and twisting the palms so it's facing out and facing back. See what feels good. Notice where you feel the stretch begin and where you feel the stretch end. And all the time working on releasing tension. The next inhale is going to find us come back to the center and just take a moment to feel the difference to the 2 sides of your body. Next inhale, just lengthening the spine. And exhale, left ear to left shoulder. So really feeling that stretch in the right side of the neck. Just hold it for a moment, pulling the shoulders back and down. And then if you want to increase that stretch, you can reach the right arm out and play around with some movement there. So as I say, maybe lifting up and down. Maybe you'll find a really sweet spot and just hold it there. Just being aware of where the stretch begins and where the stretch ends. Maybe the stretch on this side feels completely different to the other side. So just trying to be really mindful and in the moment with your body. So next inhale, come all the way back to center. Bring your hands onto your knees. We're going to inhale and hunch your shoulders up to your ears. And then exhale, just drop them down. 2 more times. Inhale, hunch. And exhale, release them down. One more time, inhale, hunch. And this time we're going to take a little twist. So pressing the left hand against your knee, just letting your hand slide down and taking a small twist over to the right. Inhaling, coming back to center. So it's only a small movement. Exhale, just sliding your right hand. So the right hand will slide past your knee, maybe to the wrist. Little twist for the upper back. Inhale, come back to center. Bring that shoulders up to your knees, up to your ears. And exhale, one more on each side. So just a little twist, just sliding your arm, keeping the arm straight, pressing against the knee. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, going the other way. Come back into center, still with our hands on the knees. Inhale, pull your chest through, look up. And exhale, rounding your spine. So leaning back, chin to chest. So cat-cows from a seat. Inhale, pull your chest through. So articulating your spine. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, come through. Exhale to round. Just one more of these. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back into center. So try and isolate this movement just to your rib cage. It's going to take some circles. So kind of like a cat-cow, but just kind of working into the middle of the back now. So just doing some circles. And let's come the opposite way. So pushing your chest forward and then rounding your spine. You're really working for that middle of your back. Okay, so from here then, let's go for these circles for the low back. So bringing the shoulders over towards the right knee, coming all the way forward, swooping back, rounding your spine as you come back. As you come forward, pushing your chest through. So just a bigger version of the rib movements. Let's have one more circle on this side. And we're going to come back to center and change the direction. So bringing your shoulder over to your left knee, through. Rounding the spine as you come back, pulling the spine through as you come forwards. Switching out all the energy points in our spines. Good stuff. Come back to center. Bring your legs out. So your feet are on the ground, knees poking up. Hold on to the backs of the knees. Sit up nice and tall. Let's sit back, finding boat pose. So lifting the feet up off the ground, keeping your back as straight as you can, shoulders back and down, pulling in from the core. You can keep holding on to the backs of the legs or you can release. We're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's come back to that cross-leg position. So look at how your legs are crossed. We're going to cross them the opposite way. So bringing your legs out and cross them. So this feels a bit weird. We have like that habitual side that we always tend to sit, but this is really great for leveling both the hips out. So bring your hands to your heart center. Let's inhale, reach up and stretch your fingers. Exhale, bring your hands back in. Inhale, reach up. This time, exhale, reach for the sides of the room. All the way back to center. Dynamic breath, inhale, reach up. Exhale, all the way, reaching for the sides of the room. And we're going to take this next one into a side bend. So inhale, reach up. As you exhale, bringing your left hand down to the mat and reaching up and over with the right. So actively pressing the right hip down just to increase that stretch. Take an inhale here. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, come all the way up. Feel the muscles in your tummy working. Reach. And exhale to the other side. So breathing out. Pressing the left hip down. Inhale as you stretch a bit more. Exhale as you deepen. Inhale, coming up to center. And exhale, taking a twist. So taking a full twist this time. Twisting from your low back first. So try not to twist from your shoulders. Make the twist start from the low back, bringing the left hand to the right knee and the right hand just behind you to support your body. Take a big breath in. Exhale, see if you can twist a bit deeper. Inhaling and unraveling and coming back to center. And exhale, going over to the other side. So twisting from the base of the spine and then the shoulders. Twist. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, deepen. Inhale, reaching the hands up. And exhale, bring your fingertips down to the floor in front of you and just walking them out, taking a little forward fold here so you can sway side to side, whatever feels good. Maybe your forehead can touch the ground, maybe your forearms, maybe your hands, just supporting your body wherever you are. And finding our way around and onto our hands and knees. So stacking the hands underneath the shoulders, bringing the knees underneath the hips. So we're going to keep both the hands planted. We're going to step back with the right foot and tuck that right toe. So just feeling whether your body is kind of sunk over to the right, now you've taken that knee away. Really stay strong through both your shoulders. And really tension up all the muscles in that right leg. So we're just going to lift the right leg up. So the toes face down towards the ground. Your spine has not changed, so you're not kind of here with a rounded spine. Really pull your belly button in. And we're just going to kick that foot up. Well, not kick it actually. We're squeezing the muscle in the butt. So the movement is from your butt and just pulsing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. So keep that leg lifted. We're just going to step the foot round to the side so it's in line with your hip, and then lifting your body up. So we're on one knee with the leg extended to the side. You can point your toes same direction as your knee, or you can block to the edge of your yoga mat, whatever feels good in your hip, and lifting your hands up into capital T. So really engage the muscles in your butt so that you're not pushing your hips backwards. As we inhale, we're going to slide the right arm down the right leg and stretch. As we exhale, cartwheeling the hands round and stretch the other way. So 2 more like this. Use the muscles in your tummy to keep lifting yourself up. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, stretch. So like I say, using your core, inhale, exhale. So this next one, you can either hold in the stretch or you can hold using your core. So it's up to you. Inhale here, exhale, either bringing your arms to a capital T and leaning, or reaching both arms over. We're just going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circling the arms round to the ground, tuck your toe and sit back into your heel. So it's a pretty intense stretch for the inner thigh and also for the ankle. Keep pressing this outside edge down. If it feels good, maybe you can fold and bring your forehead down. Otherwise, you're welcome to kind of lift in and out of it. Wiggle your ankle as much as you need. It can feel a bit strange in the ankle, this one. So next inhale, let's come back up. Bring the knees back in. Come back into that tabletop position. So we're going to do the same on the other side. So let's tuck the left toe. Just pulling the heel for the back of the room. So nice and engaged through the front of the leg. Really think of squeezing all the muscles in that leg. And again, just being aware of where your weight is in your hands. You want to be kind of evenly pressing into the ground with both hands. So keeping the spine in the exact same position, we're going to lift the left leg up. So really, really engage through these legs. Nice and long through the back of the neck. Let's go. 8 pulses. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get them booties working. And we're going to bring the leg down and come round into this position again. So as I say, I like to have my foot blocked to the edge of the mat. Some people will prefer to have their legs, their foot come in the same direction as the knee. Just see what feels good for you. Engaging the muscles in your glutes. We've just done some really good glute activation, and bring your arms into this capital T position. So on the inhale, stretching down the leg and reaching up and over. Exhaling, using your core, cartwheeling the hands round and stretch the other way. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, cartwheeling round. Another one like this. Inhale, So if you want to take the hold with the hand on the ground, that's absolutely fine. Otherwise, inhaling up. If you want a bit more, bringing the arms out into that T position and stretching over, or reaching with both arms. Just holding there for 3 and 2 and 1. Intense. Bring your hands down to the ground, then tuck the toe with the right foot. Sit back into the right heel with this leg extended out to the side. So like I say, just supporting your upper body, trying to stay nice and long through the neck, being mindful of where you're feeling the stretch. And obviously knowing the difference between discomfort and pain. So discomfort is a good thing. It teaches us a lot. And pain is obviously something we want to avoid. So let's come back up to center. Bring both your knees in, hands underneath the shoulders. Come back into this tabletop position. So let's bring the right foot out. Bring the right knee in, left foot out. Left knee in, both feet out for plank. Hold. So let's try and hold this for 6 counts. Stay nice and long through the back of the neck. So just be aware of where you're looking. You want to imagine that your hands are the base of a triangle and you're looking for the tip. So you're welcome to maybe rock forwards and backwards here. Just notice what happens in your body. So we're lowering down onto our front. So knees down, chin and chest come down, butt stays up. Inhale, push your body forward, coming into easy cobra. So easy cobra, we're just lifting the chest up off the ground. The hands are there's not much weight coming through them. Let's take another inhale here, so you can lift a bit higher. And exhale, lowering all the way down, tucking the toes, lift the knees, pushing through plank maybe. We're coming to child's pose. So if pushing through plank doesn't feel good, then just push to your knees. Toes to touch, knees wide, sit back into your heels. So bring your weight back. And then if your forehead doesn't touch the ground, you can stack your fists or your palms, just making sure that your neck is nice and supported, and maybe just rocking your head from side to side here. So bring your arms back out so that they are at shoulder distance. You're going to come forwards and back into downward facing dog. So just taking a nice stretch here, maybe pedaling the legs. So we're kind of bringing the heels down towards the floor as we bring the tailbone up towards the ceiling. So we're kind of creating some traction in the body just to increase the stretch. Engage the muscles in the fronts of the legs. Bring in the hands so that the fingers are spread really, really nice and wide, and really pressing your weight through the whole of your hands. And think of kind of rotating your biceps up towards the ceiling, just to find some openness through the shoulders. So look between the hands, just take some little steps all the way to the front. Bend your knees a lot. Rest your torso on your thighs. So enough bend in the back, in the legs, that the back of the legs are not getting much of a stretch at all. And you can hold on to your elbows and just swing side to side, or maybe bring your hands down, the backs of the hands, just rest them on the floor. Just bring your weight into your toes and just allow yourself to angle them. Okay, so next inhale, bring your hands down to your mat or to your shins. Inhale and lengthen your spine. So if your hands come up off the ground, make sure that you support your body onto your shins. So nice straight back, pulling in from the rib cage. Exhale, pulling up from the knees as well. We're going to fold into the legs and maybe hold on to the backs. So you're getting a bit more of a stretch for the hamstrings. Maybe pedaling the legs. If your knees are still bent, that's amazing. Just as long as you're feeling a stretch, so don't feel disheartened. Okay, give your legs a little wiggle. Inhale, take a halfway lift, so coming back to that flat back position, and exhale, let's fold in again. Maybe coming a little bit deeper, breathing, making sure you stay connected to your nice long inhales and exhales. And let's inhale, take a halfway lift, and exhale, taking a big step back with the left foot, bringing the knee down onto your mat. So coming into crescent moon. So great stretch for your hips. Before we start, make sure that your knee and your ankle is in alignment. So if your knee is kind of over your ankle, just bring your toes forward, scoop your foot forward. Imagine you're squeezing your thighs as if they were going to touch, so you'll feel your hips coming into alignment there. You can bring your hands to your heart center, depending on how your shoulders feel, maybe lifting the arms up. So if you want to challenge your balance, you can try looking up in between your hands, so fingertips reaching, shoulders are relaxed. Big breath in here, and exhale, bring your hands down to your mat. Step your foot to the outside of the right hand. So it's kind of the same position, just slightly wider stance. Press your knee into that right shoulder and dip your hips down. So this is a great stretch. If you want a bit more, you can lower down onto your forearms. That will make it more intense. So if you're already feeling like your hips are screaming at you, really, really take it gently, and your body will open a lot quicker the more gentle you are with it. So if you've lowered down to your forearms, lift up onto your hands, tuck the left toe and lift the knee. We're going to inhale and twist towards the right knee. So inhale, twist, right hand comes shoulder, elbow, wrist, nice twist. As you come back down on the exhale, just bringing your hands around. So we're rotating sideways on our mats for wide leg forward fold. So bringing the weight into the toes, engaging through the quads, halfway lift, nice flat back, and exhale to fold. So really, really engaging the muscles in your quads to protect your knees here, and press the outside edges of your feet down like we did in those that extended leg child's pose variation. Just let your head hang heavy. Enjoy gravity, just kind of pulling you down here. So our next inhale, let's find that halfway lift. Exhale, we're coming around to the back of the mat because I'm well into a spiral flow at the moment. Hands either side of your foot, step back for plank. So either knees, chin, chest, or you can lower all the way down. So whichever option works for you today. Untuck your toes, roll your shoulders back. Inhale, pushing into the ground for a cobra. Exhale, lowering back down. Tuck your toes, push to plank. Inhale and exhale, downward facing dog. So look between your hands, walk, step, or hop to the front, or the back. Whichever way you're facing. Punch that halfway lift and exhale to fold. So bend your knees a lot, bring your weight into your heels. Imagine that you're sitting down into a chair. Bring your hands up to your heart center first. So press your thumbs to your sternum. Belly button is really pulled in, so your back is nice and straight. As you exhale, tapping the left shoulder to the right knee, twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist right elbow, left knee. Inhale, center. Just keep alternating, twist and tap. Inhale, center. Try and keep your knees so they're not moving. So if you look at your knees, if they're like sliding backwards and forwards, you're twisting through your hips. You want the twist to be through your spine. So try and kind of glue your knees together. Good stuff. Let's have one more tap each side. Good stuff. And forward fold. Give your legs a shake. Inhale for that halfway lift. Exhale, step back with the right foot. So doing the same stretches on the left leg. So tap, tap. Bring the knee down to the ground. Make sure your knee and your ankle is in alignment in this front leg. Squeeze as though your thighs were going to touch. So really engage your butt. Really engaging the inner thighs. You can reach your hands up or you can keep them at your heart center depending on how your shoulders are feeling, and just dipping the hips down towards the ground. Trying to keep the arms strong, but the shoulders relaxed. So it's quite a difficult movement to find. We're trying to let the shoulders melt. You can look up towards your hands. Your fingers are reaching. And exhale, bring your hands down. Step your foot, left foot to the outside of the left hand and squeezing the knee against your shoulder. So notice where the stretch has changed and where you're feeling it now. Dipping those hips down towards the ground, stay nice and engaged through the hips. Try and keep your chest lifted if you can. And if you want to lower onto your forearms, just to get a bit of a deeper stretch, then you're welcome to do that. Obviously, if it feels really intense up on your hands, then lowering down is probably just going to increase the intensity for you. So like I say, be gentle. Always be gentle with yourself. So let's inhale and lift up onto the hands. The right toe can tuck, lifting the knee. We're going to stretch to the left. So inhale, the left hand is going to come up, shoulder, elbow, then wrist for a lovely twist. Exhale, bring the hands down and crawl around so you are sideways on your yoga mat. Engage the muscles in your quads, the fronts of the legs. Halfway lift your inhale and exhale, folding in. So maybe you want to bring your legs a little wider, maybe bringing them a little narrower. It's up to you, maybe using your arm strength to pull yourselves under a bit more. So make sure you don't pull yourself under too much and do a roly-poly. So keep the weight forward in your toes as you pull yourself back. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge back to the front of the mat. Step back for plank and a vinyasa if you so feel it's something you want to do. Otherwise, meet in downward facing dog. Take a nice big breath in your down dog. Exhale, deeper into the posture. So let's look between the hands, walk, step, or hop to the front. Come to that halfway lift when you get there. And exhale, fold. So every time we're folding, maybe we're getting a bit deeper into the backs of the legs. But bending your knees as much as you need to. So you don't want to stress your muscles out. Like I say, this will prevent you increasing your flexibility. So just working gently. So bring your toes to touch, bit of space between the heels, sit back into your lovely comfortable chairs. Just imagine in your mind's eye just how comfortable this chair is, and then lifting yourself into chair pose. So your belly button is really pulled into your spine and your rib cage is really, really engaged here as well. So we don't want the butt to be poking up like this. We want the tailbone to be coming down towards the ground. Hands to your heart center, or you can reach your arms up. So just holding here. Exhale, sink a bit deeper. Every exhale, think of bringing your belly button more to your spine. Engaged here. So have a big breath in, come straighten the legs, come all the way up to your tiptoes. And bring your hands down to your heart center. Time. Cool, so we're going to lift the right leg first. No, the left leg. So get your right leg ready to balance. So you can lift your toes up and press them back down. Just going to bring that left knee into your chest. So find somewhere still to look. Just focusing your energy down through that right foot. Floating the spine and the head up towards the ceiling. So from here, just release the knee. Bring it into standing staff. So really engaging the tummy muscles here. Hands to your heart center. And let's start to tip the leg back and the body forwards. So leg, all the muscles are engaged in that back leg, toes facing down towards the ground. Trying to make a straight line from the top of the head to the heel. Arms can come out into a capital T to help balance. So really, really slowly and with control, we're going to bend into the right knee. Slowly, slowly bring that left toe down to the ground. Ooh, I fell out of that then. See if you can get your hands and your toe to touch the ground at the same time. From here, our inhale, we're going to come straight up into a crescent lunge. So like we did with the knee down, squeezing the thighs towards one another, knee and ankles in alignment. If you want to take it easy, step your foot in. If you want a bit more, step your foot back. Just checking in that the hips are facing the front of the mat, you can reach your arms up. So option to hold here or do some knee taps. So you can tap the knee down and inhale, come back up. So really, really bringing your awareness to the quad on this leg. The knee doesn't need to touch the ground. Just float towards. And one more. Up. Lovely. And opening up. Into warrior two. So warrior two, back leg is in alignment with the back of your yoga mat. So you're at a 90-degree angle with the back foot. The front leg is staying in the exact same position. You want your hips open to the side of your yoga mat and the arms in a capital T. So just double checking that you're not pushing your butt out. So engage the muscles in your butt and pull your rib cage in. Yes. And just really leaning into that front leg. So let's inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, reach forwards. Inhale, reverse, big stretch. And exhale, cartwheeling the hands round, either side of the foot. Step back to plank. Vinyasa, so maybe coming halfway down or all the way down, or knees, chin, chest, or meeting downward to facing dog. If you don't want to do the vinyasas. Take a big breath in here. Exhale to deepen. So let's look between the hands. Walk, step, or hop to the front. Halfway lift when you get there, and exhale to fold. Let's take a moment there. In your forward fold, just to prep your bodies for what we're going to do next. So toes to touch, space between the heels, sit back into your chair, lift your hands to your heart center. So really engaging your core. You'll feel your spine start to straighten here, maybe reaching the arms out in front. So you're welcome to just hold a static chair if that feels better for you. Make sure you can see your toes and you can give them a wiggle. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, I'm just going to sweep the arms back, open the chest, and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, sweep them forwards. Exhale, maybe coming up onto the tiptoes. So coming up into balanced chair. Squeeze. Inhale. Heels come down, reach up. So we're going to hold this way and exhale, come up, squeeze. Engage. See if you can fully extend the tops of your feet. Keep sitting down. One more inhale and exhale. So maybe coming up onto your tiptoes. Ooh, reaching your arms up above your head. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to your heart center and really slowly bringing your heels down. So we're going to balance on the left leg. So pick your toes up, press them down, lifting the right knee up, and you can grab hold of that knee and just pull it into your chest. So stretching. Keep looking at something still. You're wobbling around, don't worry, it's because you're working really hard. So release the grip on the knee and just come into standing staff. Bring your hands to wherever will help you to balance here. And as you next exhale, really focusing on that focal point, look at something on the ground as we tip our bodies forward and the leg straightens out behind. So really squeeze the muscle in the butt. Engage all the muscles in that right leg, toes facing the ground. Bring your belly button into your spine. Arms or wherever is going to help you to hold. Another round of breath. Inhale, exhale. Another big breath in. And as you exhale, bend in the left knee. See if you can bring your hands and your toe down to your yoga mat at the same time. Cool. Now next inhale, we're going to come straight into a crescent lunge. So like I say, just blocking your hips to the front of the mat. Imagine squeezing the thighs towards one another, engaging the muscles in the butt. You can step in to make it easier. You can step out to make it a bit more intense. And reaching those hands up. So either holding here, it might feel quite intense just to hold. You're welcome to just stay where you are. Otherwise, 3 knee taps. So the knee doesn't need to meet the mat. Just tap it towards the mat and straighten the legs. So really working the quad here. Down and up. One more. Down and up. And let's open into warrior 2. So the front foot stays the same. The back foot blocks to 90. Arms are in a capital T. So just be careful you're not poking your butt out. So really squeeze the muscles in your butt and bring your ribs in as well. Just to keep that nice straight spine. Take an inhale here, lengthen your spine. Exhale, reach forwards. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel in the hands round. Step back to plank. Hold. So let's bring in right knee to right elbow. Bring it back out. Left knee, left elbow. Out. Same again. Right knee, right elbow. Stretch it out. Left knee and out. And either downward facing dog or a vinyasa. So depending how you're feeling, come back. Cool, downward facing dog. Have a good stretch there for the whole body. So maybe wagging your tail. Maybe you want to really dip down into the shoulders.
Let's do a little bit of strengthening for the shoulders here, actually. So drop down onto your forearms, bring your hands together, thumb faces up. Obviously, if you want to sit out of this, you can just take a child's pose to see how you feel. So keeping your hips high, belly button to your spine. As you exhale, roll onto your toes, bring your nose to your thumbs, and inhale, come back. Exhale, come forwards, bring your chin to your thumbs, inhale back. So maybe nose to thumb is what you need. Maybe you want to try a bit harder option and bring your nose to the mat in front of your fist. Just make sure you're not going to face plant. Exhale, come forward, maybe bring your chin in front of your mat and back. So let's do the same again, or rest in child's pose. Exhale, roll forwards, tap your nose. Inhale, come back. Exhale, forwards, tap your chin. Inhale, back. Exhale, forwards, maybe tapping the nose in front of the fists. And exhale, back. And one more time, maybe the chin. And back. And resting your knees down. Keep your knees and your feet alongside one another. And just bringing your arms back. Letting your shoulders release. Forehead comes down, maybe rock side to side here. So feeling the breath in the back of the body with the knees and the feet touching. Okay, so keep your toes touching, but bring your knees wide. We're just going to stretch the shoulders here. So bring your right arm underneath the left. Reach through as far as you can. Pop your shoulder and your ear down to your mat and reach up and over with the other hand. So it's a twist for the upper back. So think of really pushing that left shoulder out and open so you're getting that good twist through your spine. Next inhale, bring the right arm out in front and twist the left arm up and down. Inhale, bring both arms back out in front. Roll yourself so you're on your knees and scoot yourself around onto your butt. Just take one more forward fold here. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhaling, fold. So just noticing maybe this forward fold feels different to the ones at the beginning of the class. And make sure that your shoulders are back and away from your ears. So if you're kind of reaching for your feet, that's fine. But if you're reaching for your feet and your shoulders are coming up, then don't sacrifice the alignment of the shoulders for reach for the feet, basically. So let's inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, roll them back down the way we came up. Beginning of the class, let's pause. Bring your belly button to your spine. Inhale. Exhale, come down a little bit more. And hold. Inhale. Exhale, down a bit more. Hold it. Inhale. Exhale, down. Hover the shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Wow, I had an earthquake going on in my body then. Such a good feeling. So bend your knees, bring your feet flat to the floor and step your feet in towards your pelvis. So with your arms alongside your body, you should just be able to touch the heels with your fingertips. So we're just taking a back bend for the end of the class. We're going to take some bridges. So on the inhale, flatten your low back to the ground. Feel your tailbone up. Just push into the ground with your feet as you lift your hips up towards the ceiling. So try and keep the weight through your shoulders. When you're up, maybe lift your head up and just lengthen your neck and keep the weight in the shoulders. Take a big breath in here and exhale, coming back down. So really pressing each of your vertebrae into the mat. Tuck in your tailbone just to get the low back in contact. And inhaling at the bottom. So we're going to inhale to lift and then exhale to come straight back down. Just do another couple of these. So these are an option if you don't want to take, if you don't want any more kind of intensity in this class. Maybe just lifting and lowering, just gently articulating the spine. If you want a little bit more, then we can hold this at the top. So inhale to lift. Obviously work with how your body feels. At the end of the class, you might want to just relax. So maybe pushing into the ground with your heels, really engaging the muscles in your butt, and just bending, back bending the spine here. So this is a back bend. You are in a back bend right now. So you don't need to take it anymore. If you would like to try a facing bow, then maybe bring in your hands underneath the shoulders, the fingers pointing down towards your feet. So squeeze your elbows in as you squeeze your legs towards one another and pushing into the ground. So first of all, just coming up onto your head. It's taking the weight through your hands more than your head, so you're not just dumping onto the top of your head. You're strong through your arms as well. If it feels okay there, then maybe pushing into the ground with your hands, maybe coming up onto your tiptoes. If you feel any pressure in your backs, then just lower back down, bring the back of the head to the floor and lower. So releasing your back by bringing your feet together and your knees wide. But we're going to try and hold whichever back bend for a few breaths. So whichever one, let's just come back into it and just hold it there. 3 to 5 breaths. And wherever you are, gently releasing. Like I say, bring your feet to the distance of the mat and roll your knees into center, bring your arms nice and wide, and just feel that energy flowing through your body. Such an energizing thing to do in the morning is a back bend. They're really, really energizing. And gently, gently bring your knees into your chest. So rock side to side, maybe draw circles with the knees. Whatever feels good in your body. We're going to take a twist. The finishing the class is 1, 1, 1, 1. By the way, guys, make a wish. 11, 11, make a wish. So bring your feet into tabletop position, and as you exhale, drop your knees over to the right. So we're taking a full body twist to finish. So you can stack or stagger the knees. Both shoulders are in contact with the mat, so actively pressing the left shoulder down. You can put your right hand onto your left knee if you want, just to increase that stretch. Coming back to your breath, slowing your breathing down. Okay, so releasing the grip on the knee. If you've put your hand onto your knee, using an inhale to come up to center, and an exhale to go to the other side. So actively pressing the right shoulder down as you stretch the knees over towards the left. Keep breathing. So focusing on your breath, nice long inhales and exhales. And bringing your knees back up to center. Hug your knees into your chest. If you feel like there's any other movement that your body needs before it can fully relax, then this is your moment. This is your perfect moment. And maybe lifting the head and shoulders up for the knees, maybe swaying side to side, maybe just compressing the hips, whatever you feel like you need. So let's bring our hands and our feet up towards the ceiling. And we're just going to start just by wiggling your fingers and your toes. So just a little movement to begin with. And we're going to start to bring that shaking feeling into the feet and the hands. So just your feet and your hands, just shaking. Just bringing it into your legs and your arms, shaking. So shaking them harder and faster. Really shaking everything off. Shake, 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 shake. Any negative thoughts, anything, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. And go a bit faster. And release. Bring your arms and legs down to your mat and just feel that flow of energy going through your whole body. So if you feel like you can make yourselves any more comfortable, just move yourselves around so you can find the position that you can maintain for the next couple of minutes. Let's take a nice big inhale through the nose, fill it all the way from your belly to your chest. Hold the breath at the top, sip a little bit more air inside, and exhale through the mouth. Just releasing your breath control now. So trying to stay focused. The mind will wander. That's what it does, especially in these moments of stillness. So we have some techniques to help refocus. So when you find your mind wandering, become aware and bring it back. So you can focus on the tip of the nose as you inhale and exhale. You can focus on the areas of your body that are touching the ground and just let them feel really heavy. You can focus on your breath moving naturally without trying to change it. And that's a pretty good one, I find. Staying focused, or maybe drawing an outline of your body on the ground, maybe scanning through your body for tension, so the muscles in the face, the shoulders, the hips, the hands, or maybe a big mixture of all of those options. So just going to take a minute or so in stillness and in silence. Just be aware of your thoughts and where they wander off to, and every time try and bring it back into the central point of focus. If the mind has wandered very far away, just bringing your awareness back to the breath. Another 3 inhales and exhales in Shavasana, so just preparing the body to move. So whenever you're ready to start to move your fingers and your toes, just gently bring a movement back into the body. Maybe you want to rock your feet side to side, or circle your wrists. Maybe rocking your head side to side if you've gone really deep into a relaxed state. And whenever you're ready, just stretching, full body stretch. So stretch your arms above your head, your feet down away from you, big stretch on the inhale, and exhale. Bring your knees into your chest. Just hug them in there. Just take a moment to feel all the gratitude that comes with doing a yoga class for your mind, for your body, for your breath. Just feel how good your body feels after the class. Give yourself a big hug for coming and putting yourself on your yoga mat in the morning. It's not always an easy thing to do, so big ups to all of you for coming. And whenever you're ready, we're either going to roll up to a seat, or you can roll to your side and come up to a seated position. Cool. Okay, so bring your hands to your heart center. Let's just take a moment, just press your thumbs against your sternum and close your eyes.
Just take a moment of appreciation for your beautiful hearts that have beat every single day of your whole life. Beautiful hearts that have never given up on you, never given up all the heartaches and everything that you've suffered in your whole life, and your heart's carried on beating for you. Let's just take a little moment just to appreciate that. Okay, so next inhale, let's reach the hands up. Big stretch. Exhale, reach for the sides of the room. Big stretch round. Come back to center. 2 more of these energizing breaths. Inhale, reach. Stretch your fingertips up. Exhale. Through the mouth, release. And one more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, circle the hands around. And hands to the heart center. From my heart to yours, a huge beam of love is coming to you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Coming and doing that lovely yoga class. Bloody love you guys. I'm just going to finish the recording. So
that was amazing.
Oh, I love you guys.